live. Not even going. Alright, well, welcome to my first ever Saturday Night Live, guys. Whew. You know, it's I'm glad to be back, and yeah, I'm hoping these live shows go well. All we can do is see how it goes and see how it progresses. But yeah, let's go through a few comments already that we have. And we've got Dino saying garlic bread. There's a link to the lives, but I haven't figured out how to pin it to the top yet. So yeah, I'll repost that into the description now. So if anybody does want to join on live, then you're more than welcome to. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Here we go. More technical problems, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Because that's. But yeah, while I'm trying to sort this out, I received. Hang on, that one. Telford's Coin mug up there, and then my Christmas mug there, and then I've got Glenn MyCoy Journey's mug, and then I've got Lee Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond mug up there, and my special plaque up there as well. And we'll carry on with the comments. No koi snobs allowed. I don't know what you're talking about, Dino. Whatever that says. And then ANC, the way. Am I allowed, Dino? Nobody says you wasn't allowed, Koyagi. Evening all. From Carlos. And the man himself, Twisted Koi. Yo, 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 cupcakes. Yeah, that one. And you got Carlos saying Vince Cupcake. And then Twisted saying never. Macca, evening all. Hope it's all good. So it's all good here, other than a few technical difficulties. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. And then you got West Broncoy, evening all. And thanks for the 2 shares, or however you call it, on YouTube. Thank you for that. And then you've got Twisted Koi saying Kyle. Mark's Koi Garden and Bonsai, evening all. Twisted then saying WPK. Twisted saying Mark. West Brom saying Vince. With a. And we've got ANC saying Mark. We've got Kyle saying Grange Cupcake. Koyagi. WBK. Macca. Mark. Vince. Scrag68, evening all. Macca, I think that's a waving hand. Trying to fly through a few of these comments, and then I'll start talking about a few things then, if I can. West Brom Koi, how you doing, Koyagi? Mark's Koi Garden and Bonsai, Vince. Scrag. And obviously me saying there's only 1 minute, everyone. I'm okay. WBK. How's the mealworms, Kyle? It's a twisted evening from Scrag68. ANC, evening, Abe. Paul MCC, all the best for tonight's live. Thank you. We'll see how it goes. Nothing's ever promised on live shows, are they? ANC Koi from Mark with a thumbs up. Martin's Koi Pond and Garden, evening all. Hope I can get through these comments. Martin. Evening, Martin. Phil from Telford Koi Pond, evening all. Danny from My Boys Koi Liverpool, good evening. Good evening to you. Phil from Twisted, Phil from ANC, MBKL from Vince. Oh, here we go. Phil and Danny, and I'm saying here we go because I finally got to the bottom. And did I manage to post it? If not, it is going there now. Oh my lord! And then I've gone past a load of comments. But anyway, before I find out where I was to where I'm going to get to with the comments, yeah, there's quite a few things hopefully happening at DT Coil this year. At some point, I might put that sign on the pond, but it's too good to go outside. Well, I think it is anyway. And if anybody was concerned, my hand's healing up a bit more now. And thanks to someone on one of the Facebook pages, he's going to give me a drill, bless him. I didn't ask him, he's just kindly going to donate it to me. And obviously, as you all could tell, I thought I'd give it a new look for the show. And yeah, I think it looks all right. It needed to be done, to be fair. But yeah, we'll get there. Right. If anybody does want to jump on, the link is there. And I'll just go back up a bit. Oh, I forgot to put these on, Anna. Right. Put that on. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Get rid of that one. Comments. There we go. Oh, my lord. Here we go. The flying through again. Right. Here we go. Right. Roughly, where was I? It's not right. Because these go flying through, so I'll have to go back to where I can find it. So you got Leon from ANC. Right, there we go. Yeah. From Cargo, technical issues, blame Dino. We're not doing this. And from Darren Whitehead, evening Dave. Evening. Good evening all from my Koi journey and Ranchu. If I've said that wrong, Glenn, do tell me. And obviously you've seen that one, saying Leon. Vince says, Darren, Glenn. I think he missed a cupcake on the end of there, but you never know. And obviously it says Kristen Ash from Progressive Pond Keeping. Corrigan Designs, MBK. Michael Lawson. Johnny Deep, DT. Oh my lord. We're not going down this road again, are we? And then Gaz from Gaz's Koi Pond. Evening all. Scrag68. Danny Boy. Graham Taylor. Hi DT. Good to see you back. Well, I'm back, and this time I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, I'm definitely staying this time. And we've got Darren Whitehead. Hi Vince. Corrigan Designs. Mick. Daz. Progressive Pond Keeping. Gaz. Twisted said Mick and Daz. Mick and Gaz. Mick saying evening all. Corrigan Designs. I might be later DTLC. Well, anybody's more than welcome. The link's in there somewhere. I don't know how to pin it yet, but I'll see like it's there again. So if anybody does want to jump on, feel free, and we can have a nice chat and take it from there and see where the show goes from there. Because I'm sure you don't want to see me for like, I don't know, hour, 2 hours just with me. Oh, here we go. ANC, Mick, Glenn from My Koi Journey. Hi Vince. Hi Gaz, Mick and the boys. And then while I'm there, I'm just gonna. I've actually, while I was at work, the partners treated me and the kids to something a little bit different. It's only a little clip, so I'll leave it there a second. It's only a little thing to keep me going over the winter. So yeah, I'll just play this now and see what you guys think. It's only a little clip. It's two koi grade A, I believe. One's an Asagi and one's a Kohaku, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on the cargo yet, but they're in the truck tank with the mollies, the clown, I can't remember, clown summer, two plecos, but they're all happy together, and yeah, just a little project to go through the winter with to see what happens, and hopefully it will go well. Well, I was pulling your leg earlier when I grabbed on the Facebook thing with Santa beard. I was tempted, but no, I wasn't going to do that. And evening, folks. Busy bee. Howdy, campers. I don't. I just thought I'd say it like that for that. Twisted Koi, Andy, and Auntie Busy. Martin from KWPR, which is Koi, Water, Plants, and Rants. Oh, and actually, I managed to do it in the right order. Evening all. Progressive Pond Keeping, Martin. Hello to everyone who said hello. Haha. Oh, Martin. Oh, this is. Oh, yeah, you're doing it back to me now, aren't you, guys? At Twisted Koi, at Progressive Pond Keeping, at Darren Whitehead, at West Brom Koi, at Koyogi Designs, Hi Hall, and the rest in the chat. You tagged the best, guys. DT Koi, fresh trim, fresh short. Well, there is that, guys. Yeah, because you lot were taking the mickey out of me, weren't you, with me blooming top hat and all this malarkey. So, yeah, it's a nice little bit of banter, but you ain't got that bit of banter no more, have you? No doubt when I get to a comment further down, you probably do have something. Carlos Gaz, looking good, DT. Not so homeless. Homeless? Mike, peeps, obviously a link. If anybody, like I said again, if anybody wants to jump on, so it's not just me, then feel free to do so, and I'll just do it one last time. So if anybody does want to come on, the link is back down there again. My boys Koi. Back to everyone. At least I'm not showing emojis because last time I did this, it didn't work. You've been trying to crucify yourself. No, just want to look nice and show off my little mug collection. Obviously, it's only the start of the mug collection. I'm probably going to order some mugs at the end of the month, so if anybody does want one, then they'll have to leave a comment on this chat and I shall speak to you somehow, some way. Dave from Koi Karma. Hi, Dave. Very smart look. A lot less. Oh, God. I'm not saying that word. Well done on the lives. Well, we'll see how it goes, shall we? Evening all and good luck, DT. Buff. Rocket Boy. Stu. Carey's Koi, the Gummy Koi Keeper. Evening, men. And women. Gummy. Gumball. Chris. Roadman. Far more Koi. Anthony. Morris. Tony. Good evening. Amanda Black Shields, Budget Pond Keeper. Evening all. Evening. Jigsy. Oi. Hi Vince. Anthony Buddy. Jigsy. Warrow DT Lincoln. Welcome back, mate. Did you meant to actually put Koi or are you actually taking the Mickey? Should we say? And we've got Happy New Year all. Happy New Year to you, Dave. And I've just watched your video with new camera footage and it looks great. Vince. And I think that's a winky face. We've got Jack the Bowling Reefer. Evening, Jack. Dave. I'll wave back to you. Copy. What a great support from everyone from YouTube saying hi. I'm back to DT Comic. Well, we've all got to be a great community here, and I've come back, and hopefully the core community keeps on growing, brings in new people. I can't remember what that channel was called now. That guy's run about. But bringing in the younger generation into the koi means we can all love koi for even longer, and getting the younger generations into it. That's part of the reason why I wanted these two grow-ons as well, so then my kids can look at them, feed them, and get more involved. It's what it's all about. It's going to take an hour to do all these. Oh, it probably is, because as soon as I think, yeah, I'm at the bottom, and then you just all go boom, 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 and then it goes. Gaz will know what I mean, and so will Jack as well. Jack, April, Rocket Man, Twisted. Oh, Evening Copy. No, don't be doing that. But you were on about. Please don't. David Upton, aka Cue Ball. Evening, everyone. Evening, Paul from Yorkshire Koi. We've got Cue Ball, we've got Laughing Faces. Cue Ball, fresh trim. Look at well, I've got to have a fresh trim, haven't I? You got to look good. Evening Stew, Chris, Gummy and Liam from David Upton. Jack. Hit the like button, cupcakes, if you wish to do so. Either way, up or down, still all good. Like I said, it's first time I'm trying it again. I think I've only done 2 previous shows, so yeah, it's trying to get back in the swing of things and trying to make it work well. It's not easy, especially when the computer system you were going to use decides to not work anymore. So then you've bought a new PC and everything just to do the live shows. So yeah, hopefully it does all go well. Carlos, hi Abe, Baldy. Oh no, that's not to me because I've still got some hair. From Twisted Koi, YK. From Mick, yes we do. Yes we do, young Abe. Like I said, that's the link. Somebody please come and join me. Whether it any of you guys, all you need. What is it now? A phone that's able to connect to the internet with a microphone and a camera, and you should be all set to go. And like I said, then I'll see you on the backstage area, and then I can bring you onto the show. Oh, 48 watching. That's nice. I'm not bald, it's a solar panel for my shit. Yeah, all right, you tell yourself what. What have you been up to, DT? Well, to be fair, I haven't finished off the stuff on the pond yet, where I've got to finish off that filter bit. But you've got to love the recycling side of things, because, like I said, I did have the multi-bay, and I got rid of that for a Nexus. And, yeah, the Nexus is running perfectly. It's running bang on. So I couldn't ask for much more, and other than the hand problem. But, it happens, I suppose. I should have gone and bought a drill. But it is what it is. It's just been at that Christmas time where the money's been spent on the kids and on my partner. So, yeah. That's what I've been up to. But there is a few bleh. Say, I'm not very good. This is why I always record, and then I can edit these bits out, you see. But I'm going to be doing a visit to George at Wakefield Koi soon. I'm hoping. I've got to arrange it all and that, and yeah, show you a few things and stuff like that, and might end up buying a few new things this year. But it all depends on the money. Fingers crossed. Things are coming back in the right direction. Bring back Abraham Lincoln. Oh, just actually had an itch, Gaz. Yeah. Don't know where that's come from, but yeah. Martin. And I didn't buy a top hat neither for you. Abe, Leon, Laughing Faces, Danny Ladd, Dave, you still a youngster. Well, sort of. I'm not even 30, so I don't really call myself young anymore. Close to it anyway. Nice to see youngsters involved, but my viewing analysis says they're all 45 to 65, and I'm 68. Yeah, you know, it. We lot watch everybody else's videos. Everybody watches their videos, and so on. So some people might watch them with the family and kids. Like sometimes I watch a few koi videos with the kids, and sometimes they're interested, sometimes they're not. As long as like I've got them two to grow on in there, see what happens with them. So there'll be updates on them, like once a month or something like that. But yeah, the kids are enjoying that. So sometimes it's not about what the average age is. It's what's happening behind the scenes, if that makes sense. So they might have kids doing stuff with their ponds, but they don't feel confident enough to be on YouTube or in front of a camera. It all just depends, because just what. No, I don't speak French. So make what you wish of that comment, because I ain't got a clue. Martin with a waving face. And then we have Skegster in the room. Sorry, late. Just had to rewire the central. Oh my, no. When it comes to electricals, I'll change your bulb. I'll change your light socket. Any further than that, no. Liked and share. Thank you very much, Mike Corey, Pond and Garden and Bonsai. Right, come on now. This needs to stop. Fair enough, you've had your bit of banter, but come on now. Bubbles and Fins. Oh no! These comments have just all come flooding back in again. Bubbles and Fins. Thanks for tuning in. And hopefully, I'll get through these comments, and then we can start, talking with someone. Hopefully, somebody will come on. And then we've got all the best day of evening. Thank you very much. We can just try progressive with a strong emoji, I think it is. Vicky, how's the shed thing going? Any thoughts on what you might do? Well, I've sort of built what I can out of the wood I already had that I've repurposed. Recycling is the best way, and it's the cheapest way forward if you've already got it. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. I've still got to do a few tweaks and a few changes like you do. But it'll be all videoed for you lot to watch at your leisure. And like I said, that won't be happening again, because I will have a drill, but it don't hurt no more. Jack from Bubble and Finn, Scrag, Shaggy. No idea. And then that. Gaz with laughing faces. Guppy, hi, Gaz and Vicky. Evening, Scrag. My Copy, Coy, chatting bubbles. Good evening. You're not 68, Tony. Evening, Vicky. Wham, yeah, Copy. My lord, how many comments? Slurp for Skeggy. The best thing we've done, watching parents struggle with their stairs. Good evening, everyone. Let's continue to discuss and address a subject that what is said there. Okay. Alright. Stop it. Because I'll have to put in time. I'll say, look, come on, right. We all need to be a community together. And if we're going to start taking the mickey, then no, don't. So that's the link to the StreamYard. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's skip past that. Evening all. And DT, well done, lad. You have this, mate. Well, all I can do is try, Charlie. And that's the only way you can. Is try it. And see how it goes. If it goes bust, it goes bust. If it goes well, then I'll be back on next week. But I don't think it's going to go bust. Just hopefully we can get somebody to come on live. Because Kyle was on about coming on, but I don't know what's happening with him at the minute. Absolutely busy. I copied. Hi Darren. Come on guys, hit the like button and give Dave the support. Thank you very much, mate. Alright. Yawn, what are you yawning about? I'm trying to get through the comments and get somebody on and talk about a few things. I'm just trying to keep up and then I can leave them then. But getting there. When you're doing a live stream, having a guest, it's smart thing, don't you see? Well, yeah, well, I did have at least one guest lined up, but he hasn't gone on the link. So if you want to come on, then you're welcome to. Irish Geordie Coy. Hi, everyone. Good on you for getting it back involved, DT, man. Well, I do try. That's all I can say is I do try. And that's all you can do. Is it's either going to, like I said, it's either going to go well or it's just going to be an epic fail. So either way, you've got to try it. And then, yeah. Baldy back at you. Well, well done, Daz. I just couldn't work that out. Stop it. Right. Close to 69 now. Well, you know, everyone's looking good for their age. Age is only a number, I say. But the nurse have gone, well, sort of there, sort of not there, but I'm going to have to take a little drink because you lot won't stop commenting and at least one of you come on live. So I'm on my own at the moment. And speak of the devil, there we go. Evening, darling. I know you're only just going to pop on, say that, and then go again, but you know. So what's the discussion topic? Well, anything that you like to, because you know we could talk about most things we can talk about, but not things that are going to cause issues with someone else with certain things. And I ain't going to go down that road because I'm just not. Evening all, good luck, Dave. Thank you very much, Mr. Tropical Coy. Food can do. If you want to come on or whatever, then that's fine. Oh my lord! Just as I caught. There we go. Here we have a live guest. Thank God, because I don't want to be on my own all evening, because you lot will probably get sick of me. So, as further to do, I shall bring on this guest. If you don't know who he is, where have you been? Especially with the certain things he's been getting up to, shall we say? So, when he's not looking at the camera, I'm tempted to bring him on. Here we go. Evening, Kyle.
How's it going? You all right?
Oh, struggling on my own, I suppose, because everyone seems to be like, oh, what we're going to talk about. And I'm like, well, I did have at least one guest lined up.
Thought I'd jump on, make myself look a clown. Why not?
Well, we're all, you know, we all make fun of Sens on our own videos and do the odd mess up here and there, but that's what it's all about. It's fun and games.
Pretty good, though, yeah? You good?
Yeah, I'm not too bad with all my little mug collection, and my sign's just too good to go outside at the minute. I'm still unsure whether to put it outside or leave it in. But it'll look good on the pond.
Stick it side of your pond.
Ah, but then I want another
Straight
one.
for Skeg.
Oh, come on, we're not doing this. Please. But if people don't know who you are or haven't subscribed to you or seen any of your videos, which I'm sure they might have done, do you want to describe a bit about yourself and what your channel's about?
Well, first of all, my name's Kyle. Most on you, from looking on the chat, know who I am. I've been doing this now for just over a year. The pond build seems like forever, like now, you know, but it's all been built out of salvaged materials off of Facebook Marketplace and whatnot. So it's not cost me as much as it should have done in material wise. So that's a bonus. I've saved a few quid there. I've got plans for this season coming though. I do want to get the pond finished and the filter house built. Fingers crossed. By the end of this season, it should be all done and all running and that. So I started doing the vlogging on YouTube. Yeah, just gone from there, meeting various people. I met quite a good few friends in the koi community on YouTube, and yeah, it's just great. I find it very therapeutic. Just sat aside at the pond. Mrs. keeps calling me crackers, and they nearly split up a few times across the pond and that. Nearly killed my relationship halfway, like. But no, it's just one of them, innit? As you know, you watch my videos, I just do what I do, and at the minute, I'm trying to get a mealworm colony going for next season for the fish. No big, like, just something small, something that I can just keep steady feeding them, so as a treat, yeah.
Well, what sort of filter house you're looking to build then, or is that something that you don't want to disclose?
Just on that concrete base where it is, I'm going to move the static bed over to the side at the vortex, and I want to move the UV over to that side as well. It'll be on the wall then, and then I'll have the door. So as soon as I walk in, to my right, hopefully I'll have a little window, and then obviously in front of maybe the vortex static bed. It's not 100% yet, because that concrete base, it's only like 6 foot by 6 foot maybe. I might have to go a bit baby background kicking off. Yeah, might have to go a bit further with filter house. I'm not sure yet. But my idea was to do it on that concrete base where it was. And originally, that vortex, I didn't realise how big it was. Honestly, I really didn't realise how big that vortex was when I said, is that still for sale? Yeah, right. I'm coming to get it, I get there, and obviously I had to put a top roof in my car and just tie it all down. And oh man, the joys of what we're doing to crack koi.
Well, with a story of that, when I got my Nexus, because I don't have proper access to my rear garden on the front back door, a Nexus is too wide to fit through, obviously, a door. So I had to drop it off, go through farmer's field and around, then over, hold it on fence, then come all the way back round to then get it in. Yeah, it were a right nightmare. Whereas with my multi-bait, I could fit that through house. But, it's one of them. Right. We'll try and flick through a few.
But also, originally, when I first started digging and building the pond, it wasn't that big. I've got another 3 bricks higher and 2 foot longer. So yeah, it's because as I was building it and I'm watching YouTube and learning as well, because I've only got a small garden, I've had to make do with what I've got, you see. So I've had to just go as big as I have, and then that's going to be it, unfortunately, unless I move a couple of years down the line or whatnot. But I don't see that happening yet. So, but yeah, just thought I'd say that, interrupt you and chuck that one in.
Well, you can get rid of your whole garden and just have a pond in your garden.
Well, it's not the kids have got. I've got half a garden. The kids have got half. My house, pond and filter house.
Well, you never know. With a little bit of shed, it might look all right. Hopefully, we get some. You get some decent content out of it, because
it should be all right.
I've got a little bit,
But also with this YouTube vlogging and that as well, it's a good thing for the kids down the line as well. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not promised tomorrow. Let's be right. Do you know what I'm saying? And who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things, mate. That's also good for vlogging as well.
It's
Thanks, Larry.
Right, well, you're doing that. I'll just try and shift through them.
Who could say no? We're live on YouTube here, son. No?
No. You got gifted.
I'm shy as well, son.
That word. So I'm getting rid of that one. So, yeah. Exactly that. Water, just subbed and subscribed. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Tracy Cope. Well done, Dave. Never give up. Well, I have come back, and this time I ain't giving up.
After you said to me you wasn't going to come back, I was like, "Yes, you'll be back." You goes,
What,
"No,
what I
no,
wasn't
I'm
going to
done, I'm
do,
done,
and then
I'm done."
you lot out there kept twisting my arm. There were you, there were Vince, there were blooming Skeggy, there was fucking Gaz, and the GKP lot, and like, come on, no. And I was like, right, everyone's going to keep asking me. Right, I'll just do it, right. And I just went Christmas Eve.
You've not
Right,
just come back. You've not just come back and vlogging. You're just jumping straight onto your lives and that. You know what I mean? So you've not just come back, have you? You've come back with a little
bit of extra.
Yeah.
And then, right, KWPR, yeah, what food and how much are you planning to buy and feed this year with the price rises? Like, good question for you, that.
Well, the thing I don't feed just one thing. I go get my food from. I get Cooklebrook. I just have a mix of all sorts, mate.
So,
Some people call it bird food, but my pocket don't. I can't buy that expensive stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, Cooklebrook. I've had that from day one. Obviously, I won that big 10 kg sack of that Nishigoin growth stuff, so I'm halfway through that. So I've got another half a tub for next season. But what I'll do is I'll buy some Cooklebrook, I'll wang that in it, whatever else, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole point, is what everyone's budget will allow to, and you're still getting growth on your koi, so at the end of the day, if it works...
Yeah, unheated as well, and you know, if you still get big koi unheated, it just doesn't happen as quick, you know? When heated and you're ramping them, your fish are going to get big, aren't they? Well, as long as you bang it forward in and the water, and your water parameters are all tickety-boo and they're happy and that, and then, yeah, the fish will grow, not they?
Yeah, I think we should all
just takes a bit longer in unheated.
I was going to say, I think we should all just turn around and say, if you're heated, rather than say unheated, I think it's easier for people these days to say, I'm heated. Because with energy prices, I very much hate to find a bill.
But also, speaking of energy prices, I don't know if there's out behind it or anything, but we've had these smart meters put in, and they've been in a few months now. And since they've been in, it has gone through the roof. But you see that black thing that tells you what you've been using and whatnot, and you have that plugged in. So if you've got that plugged in, running and switched on, that chews electric, because I've had it turned off for about a week and a half now, nearly 2 weeks. I know it's not long, but when you're using like 80 quid a week, 90 electric or whatnot, or when it's yamming, you know, you're thinking, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I took a few fuses out in the bathroom, the extractor fan in the bathroom, I took that fuse out. There's a fuse in the hallway for an outside light, I took that out. And because we don't use them, you see. And I've turned that thing off, like it says, that black thing that's plugged into the thing that keeps telling you how much we used. And to be fair, the electric's been all right. It's just the gas that's just whamming off now. So we don't have that turned on it day. We just have that on a night time for the kids, you see. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if there's anything behind it, but if you've got them turned on, guys, and they're plugged in, don't just unplug the chuffers. Get the app on your phone. But,
there's a top tip if you choose to use it.
Well, it's at the moment, like I said, I've noticed, me and Alice noticed a big difference in the last week and a half or so. So, I don't, yeah, that's the only thing I've changed. I've turned it up, so I'm sick of looking at it and watching it. Unbelievable. The worst thing I've ever put in, you know what I mean? But, hey ho.
Mine's at back of the
Moving
trop
forward.
Tank. Mine's at the back of the trop tank, so I ain't got a problem. Go, Ed DT. Everyone is interested in this, mate.
Yeah,
or they wouldn't carry on. Thank you, Dino. 57 watching on the 5 likes. I remember when mine was
last one to Clang. Our Autumn Grace. Ooh.
Oh, look at that smile. I bet you won't get that smile again for a bit. Oh, it's in my face now. It's like, oh. Keep it going, DT. I'm trying, Koyagi. Some will jump on with him. Eventually, we did have Well said, Dino.
Oh yeah, stick. Yeah, see, look. Funny enough, I'm sat on it. So I
Well,
was going, as you know, I was going to do it to my bedroom and whatnot, but I'm not going to set up yet, mate. So
no, because me and him
I'm
have been
making
talking.
I'm making do it kitchen.
Me and him have been trying to talk in the background, and he managed to get a PC just to try and help with his live streams and his editing and this and that. But
Yeah, I managed to
you
get a
know,
table. Managed to get a table, monitor, some speakers, webcam, but the tower not switch on or anything. So I've been bummed on that tower, haven't I?
well,
So
you'll
I've just
get it
got. Well,
sorted
actually, I've got one off that old boy,
down the road.
that
As I
road.
said.
Yeah, did that chop up wet guppies are in that guppy mud pod tank. Bless him. He's got a tower for me, so hopefully I can get that sorted.
I think have a dash of rum and then that'll make your nerves fine. No, I'll be just there like that on live. I'm still on. Oops.
Yeah, I must say, my anxiety's through the roof. I'm not the comfortablest behind camera. Even when I'm doing my videos, I start to. But yeah, it is right. It is. I'm just going to jump on and then go over that fear. It's not a fear. It's just an anxiety. Palms start sweating, and if you don't, I'm all right. I'm just relaxed. I'm cool. Everybody I chat and everybody, I've watched everybody's channel and that, and I don't know everybody personally. I've not met everybody personally, but it's just one of them.
Yeah,
I am. They watch videos and
well,
let's
all
go on.
eventually.
I'm waffling on. You see that? Deal with this end.
Well, waffle. What? That's the thing. Eventually, we all meet in paths in different ways. Maybe at shows or different, YouTubers' houses that are doing stuff for the hobby and etc. etc. So we'll all eventually meet each other's paths in some way or some form, and then these lot are carrying on about I should research before coming on. End of the day, I've put it out there, and I just want to, try and bring something back on a Saturday to where we can all come together, chat in the comments, come on if you want to come on, and just do something on a Saturday.
It's
And
not rehearsed. It's just straight off at cuff.
yeah, well, with research stuff, it's you sort of just take what you want. Like when it comes to your pond, when you first build your pond, that's what it's about. It's about your research, and research.
Yeah, I've learned quite a lot. So it's been in this last year. Hell of a lot to be quite fair. The fish were all right. Before, I didn't know how to scrape or do scope work and whatnot. But thanks to Sile up North Koi Pond, he taught me and showed me ropes on that kind of thing. So a big shout out to Sile up North Koi Pond for that, And Vince at Twisted Koi. I've had a lot of conversations with him with various bits of the pond build and whatnot. And should I do this or should I do that, and what's the best way kind of thing. There's a few people, quite a few people out there, that I speak with and I've learned and they know who they are.
Well, we're all good. You got Jigster. You got Jigster.
Give us a fish cake.
You got Skeggy. You've got Gaz. We've got Copids. The man himself, Vista. Twisted Koi. See, I can't even get my words out fast enough. Then you got Lol Kyle from Koyagi, Koi Karma, Child. All right then.
That's all right.
There we go. And then 100%.
Child at 37.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right.
Just
Evening
so
all
great,
from Nip
so
and
great,
Koi.
I don't know who the child comment was to, but
Evening Nip. Well, let's put it this way. As well as having Nip in his name, I'm nipping it in the bud. That this stops now on my live because I'm not having it. We're all here to have a nice fun time, have a nice chat with one another, and people can come on the live, not on the live, and just make the chat and everybody come together. If you just come in to try and rattle people's cages, then move on.
Not rattle my cage, mate.
It's not that. I'm just trying to.
No, but it's just child's play, mate. It's whatever, I'm gonna rattle
Hey,
my
mate, a
cage.
bit late, but here now, spending much time in the. Well, it's a thing in winter. We can't always be out doing our koi videos, so you got to do something else. Like I said, big shout out to Evan Koi Pond because that's a plaque done by him. And I think, have you
It's
got
good
any
black,
signs?
that.
Have you got any signs by him, or you've got just koi aggies, haven't you?
No, I've not got no plaques by him at the minute. All mine are done by Koyagi.
Well, like I said,
That's what my
that's
budget stretches to, and they're good piece of kit. I've shown you, haven't I? You know, I've got some good bits. I've just got to get some boat lacquer, yak or boat lacquer or something. Enough to paint them so they can go outside to weatherproof them.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think it is, isn't it?
yak,
Sharpie with
yak. It'll remind me.
Sharpie
If it's still on,
and trying to read some of these before I actually put them on. Because, whilst I'm giving out words for BK and Twisted, thank you both. All you've done last year. I really struggled last year without you and Vince. Thank you for saving our boys. Koi. Right. Got Martin Cupcake, Sharpie. It's actually harder than what you think. It's got worse since I've come back on this. Danny, thanks for answering your phone every day to talk to koi and mostly my koi problems. This is the thing with the community. We all make friends, and through that, then you can just bring one of your mates up, like right, I'm having this shit. If you can't sort, you're saying, look, my fish is doing X, Y, Z. Can you help me or advise me? And that's what it's all about. All lot coming together. What one doesn't know, somebody else might know.
yeah,
And that's what
definitely,
it's about.
definitely. Forever learning, forever learning.
Yeah, and we've got trying to rattle through a few more. Got Marty, got Evening All. Oh, for God's sake! Come on, Paul, stop being silly. All right. You can finish the actual pond, but playing with the filtration and progress to better fish. While I'm in the house, the pond itself will never change, and I don't want to change it. Look, there you go. That's what it's about. Some people, because I think we're on about moving to a different home and building his forever pond. Which is all all good, and like most people say, you can mess about with your filtration, mess about with that, and sometimes like you have, you've took half your garden up for your pond and your filtration, and the other half taken for your kids. It's all about how big can you go, but then the other thing is, the bigger you go, the more it's going to cost in treatments. I wanted to go bigger, and I was like, yeah, but in treatments and this and that and the way everything's
But yeah, most definitely. The bigger you go, the more the treatments cost. But I did have a 10,000 litre max. I had in mine. I think mine's about 7,200 litre at the minute. But once I've got this skimmer, because I've still got to put the flange and the skimmer plates on and cut it and whatnot, and then I've got to fill it up a bit more. I've got to fill it up another brick. So, and then I've got to recalculate my volume and whatnot again. So, yeah, well, I should be about 7,500 when done, maybe. We'll see.
And then a
But
question from Sharpie's Pond. Well, how's the mealworm going, Kyle? But I hope
all
before you
right,
answer, you've
all
moved
right.
them out of the kitchen.
Oh, fuck. Excuse me, friend. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
don't think that was the
it's fine.
wisest
Listen,
place.
fine, fine. Like I said, it's just I've took some more pupa out today. Getting pupa every other day now, so I'm taking them out, banging them in bottom drawers and that. I've not had no pupa turn to beetles yet, so we're just going to go through that process. So it's just all about getting the temperature and humidity right, and then they'll just do it naturally. Do get a crack on with it, do the thing. As long as you keep feeding them and taking the old fruit and veg out and whatnot, so it don't go all mouldy and manky and whatnot. You're all right.
Well, it's somewhat different, and it's interesting for your kids to get involved in, and always checking up on them. Except from them when they end up all over the floor, and then you're like, oh no, this is a disaster.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. So at the minute they're under stairs. They're under stairs on top of shoe rack. So yeah, out it way.
And then, like Paul just said, then through the winter months, insulation is the key to try and keep as much temperature in your pond as possible, which I can't deny it is right, because the more you put on, the more you can try and keep, unless you're obviously heated, it's the best way to try and keep as much heating as you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas I've got polycarbs, I haven't put them on yet because obviously it's a bit warmer. I try and keep it.
See, I've only got underlaying the liner. I've not got no insulation in my pond. Maybe down the line I can drain it and bang some insulation boards, kingspan boards along the sides, maybe down the line. But then I'm going to lose water volume.
It's one of those things.
You know, for me, I've always been unheated. You know, for about 4 years now I've had koi, but I've only been on YouTube a year. You know, so yeah, I've always been unheated, open to all the elements. That works for me.
That's what it is.
I had that problem when I was digging it out, and I had me fish in that swimming pool, that 3 meter by 2 meter swimming pool, and I had some plants at the back, and obviously I could only get in. I couldn't go around the sides or around the back. So when the fish was all at the back, I couldn't really, my obs, you know, looking and checking on the fish, I couldn't really see. So it wasn't until I wanted to move the fish out into the pond, I noticed I had a problem. And that's when I had trick, fluke, and childenella.
Nice.
So I just, me and Si hit him with a good PP, and touch wood, everything's been all right since then. I've not, you know, had any problems. As soon as the blanket weed came, I'm using this Clear Waters blanket solution stuff. Now, I've used various blanket weed treatments, but the Clear Waters, it's working treat at the minute. I'm not repeating the course. It does say you do a dose and then you do a second dose. And then after your second dose, every 2 weeks, it's 25 grams to 1,000 litres or something. Don't quote me on that without looking. I've got a brain like the fucking fish, you know what I mean? Excuse me, French, for swearing. But yeah.
We'll try and rattle through a few more because I'm getting further and further behind. I hate it if I refresh the blooming thing.
Just throw them out.
The hole doesn't change, but generally the other stuff does, which is what we just said. 45 holes a week to run 2 ponds. Not really. The plants have matured around it and I think it looks fab for us, but I will improve the filtration and go for better koi. That's what it's about, isn't it? We all start somewhere. I started off with just garden centre koi, and then, you know, with a pressure filter, and then a little box filter, and then obviously then as you get to know more and get more into it, then you start upgrading your filtration or your
koi. Exactly that. I mean, if you look at my first pond, it was just one of them black bladder ponds, a black bladder pond with a box filter. I had goldfish, koi, and terrapins in that. And it was a disaster. I thought it was wicked at first. I thought that meant that's wicked, that, you know, I was buzzing with it. Oh, knowing what I know now, I'd have done things a hell of a lot different, you know, but the terrapins, I took to a terrapin sanctuary. They're living life of Ryla now in a great big massive sanctuary thing, terrapin sanctuary. And unfortunately, what goldfish and fish did survive are our lasses aunties. She likes rescuing fish. So I had to start afresh, go back to drawing board.
Well, you know, we all start.
Yeah, and then obviously, if you look back on my videos and whatnot, you'll see I went to the a big round, I think it was 2,000 litre. I'm not sure. I think it was 2,100 litre, maybe, a big round thing that I boxed in, and I had a box filter going into another box filter and then returning back. But as it says, as you go along, the more you progress, the more you learn, and you just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't overcomplicate things. At the minute, I'm running straight 4 inch straight into the vortex that goes straight into the static bed. That's then pump fed through the 55-watt sterilizer UV, and then over my shower.
That's what it's all about. The basic.
And
If the
when I drop
principle
my
works,
vortex, it acts as a bit of a water change as well. So
that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about keeping the basics, and if your koi are healthy and happy and they're growing, you know everything's right, and it's going the way that you want it to go. And I'll try and rattle through a few more. Here we go. My missus from the Philippines. They eat sakiakari in their friend's pond, Yorkshire koi. Low wattage pumps helps a lot with power usage. It certainly does. Because I think I haven't personally used it, but on Keeping It Koi, I think it's called Jamie. He's got them fan verde flow things. They seem to be helping people out with the wattage problems, but I've turned everything I can off, like my UVs off, my showers off. Just get one of them. One of them.
One of them.
Just like one of them. Just what I was on about, but I didn't have one. But
They're all right. Yeah, they're all right. Bit of kit. They're all right. A bit of kit. I want to put one on the when I put the skimmer in, the pump to veg box. Obviously, it's a 10,000 litre per hour pump, so I'm gonna have to tweak it down a bit from skimmer. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna run the veg box off the skimmer. So yeah,
all
that's the plan.
Is try it, and you never know. It might work. It might not.
It's going to turn it down, isn't it? I've had a play with it. It does turn the speed. It does turn it down.
It's weird.
But yeah.
It's weird what they can fit into the smaller things that, with technology and all that lot. How much they can fit into such a small little unit these days. Well, I think so anyway. I'm feeling like I'm old for saying that. Oh, dear. Right. So I put a sat on the wall. It's not connected to the boiler. Keeps my wife happy. She thinks she's turning the heating up. Yeah, trying to keep the prices down. Just do certain stuff. But now that you've said that, if she happens to be watching, you might be in doghouse. Not saying she won't. If would be watching. Laughing faces with a waving face, pie face. Nice one, Tony. Busy bee. Stu. Wow, how can things so cute come from you, Kyle?
There's one thing I know how to do, and that's make cute babies. But that's it. That's free. Done. No more. No more.
And then you got Busy Bee and Stu. And then Mike at Koi Beginnings, the milkman. It's all his Mrs. Mick. Mike, laughing faces. Someone from the Philippines told me what he fed his fish. Michael Lawrence with laughing faces, and it's hard to try and bring the full emojis up here. And then you've got Surrey saying Jack. He was lying. YT. Fair play to you, Kyle. Pete. Dino went to see Peter Kay last night. It was hilarious. I bet it was. I never got tickets first time round. Oh, just as I thought I was getting through all the comments. As soon as I scrolled down, I thought there were 3 left. It's just gone.
The toilet.
So, some in the UK feed rice and fruit too. Kyle's loves fruit.
Yeah, they like bacon as well. I've fed mine bacon before I was out eating my bacon sandwich. When I threw a bit of bacon, chicken breast, ham, gammon, luncheon meat.
What to your koi?
Yeah, not regular now. On the one I have, yeah. I have as a treat just to say they'll eat anything koi will, basically, but it's not something that I do on a regular and recommend, but yeah, fruit, plenty of fruit, they love it.
If you're seeing your son in the background,
yeah, it will do. Nice, it's getting a bit giddy.
Copies. I'm curious to what camera everyone uses. Well, me personally, I just use my phone. I don't even know how to put my phone, but yeah, just my phone. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Well, I use for videoing. Outside, use my phone, Samsung S20. And then when I do my underwater videos, Dave from Koi Karma, the superstar, big shout out to our Dave at Koi Karma.
It's probably in comments further down.
Gave me a little treat. It's nothing special. It's just a little fake GoPro, 4K Ultra HD thing. On eBay, you get these for about 30 quid, 40 quid or whatnot. Stick your memory card in them. In your GoPro, Jobbo. Job's a good one.
And it's another way that you can observe. If you haven't got a window, it's another way you can sort of observe your fish from the side view.
Yeah, doing underwater videos, yeah.
So don't forget, I'm the koi father, Kyle. Lol. From Koi.
Yeah.
Copies, WBK. Decision, I think he means discussion, is research, or something like that. I'm a bit dyslexic, I'm not. It is what it is. Copies, how been you? Evening, Skiggy. DT, you're very blurry, and you were on about Gaz. But it's the first time I'm doing it, so you've got to see what's right, what's not right, and then sort things out from there. So things might not be right this week, and then they might get better next week or the week after, depending on. So I don't think it's going to be every Saturday I do it, but we'll just see how things go. And then we've got, I use a GoPro cameras. I've got 2, and the older one, the Hero 11 Black with 2 thumbs up. So you'll know what it is. So I use that cheap one from B&M, but it's given up the ghost now, so I've had to put it in bin. But it did work all right for doing the filming that I did do. I don't mean research stuff. I mean write down subjects to talk about. But sometimes it's better to just let it just come to you. It's either going to work or it's going to be an epic fail. And then if nobody watches, then you know that I'm not good enough. How many cameras you got, Koi Karma? Like Peter Parker. Kerry's Koi Pond, Sam, mate. How are you? One more. Oh, here we go. Please don't keep coming. Busy Bee. Well done, DT. Stopping the crap. Well, like I say, we're not here. I'll only say this is the last time.
What crap? What crap? What crap?
With people on about certain things and then on about other bits and pieces.
What's happening?
I'll tell you after, because I ain't going to bring it up just for them to go back on what I said. But with that sort of stuff, I will not accept.
Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries, mate. Yeah.
Right. Cope is not bad. Yes, Dean, I use the older ones for underwater shots. Hang on. Right. Who did the sign for you again? I would like a sign myself. It is Martin from Devon Koi Pond that did that one. Like I said, great bloke. If you haven't already, where have you been?
So this Koyagi's lasers broke at the minute.
So I'm saying is what you can get at the minute. Koyagi will eventually get what he needs to get, and then he'll be making.
Just needs to get a bigger machine. That's all. Which is working towards. We get there. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? Let's be right.
It wasn't. And then there you go. There's your answer. Because I'm that far behind with comments.
Yeah.
I think it means yacht varnish.
Yeah. Yacht varnish. Yeah.
I can give you a sign. YK 57 in DT. Thanks, Skiggy. Corey B. Mike, I did to think. Oh my lord. Still early. Shaggy. Great pass. I don't know. Oh, and then I've gone past all the bloody things. Skiggy, are you doing a build this year, mate? That's nice of you, Corey Beginnings. You know how hard this is. I'm going to just stop talking and let people, half of these you already know what's coming because my voice is starting to go and I'm joining on a bit. So I'm just going to let all these just. Here we go. Right, here we go. Da-da-da-da.
Just leave
That's
them to
it.
go through. Just
You
leave them
know,
to go through, man.
yeah,
Saves you messing about, doesn't it? Just leave it to go through, mate.
Now I've just gone past it all. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Whoa. So while I'm scrolling through these, if it's all you want to talk about, will I keep bringing these through? You're more than welcome to. Like I said, it
No,
doesn't
there's
have to
nothing
be
in
just about
particular.
Roy.
There's nothing in particular, you know. Hope everybody has a good new year and that, and whatever plans and goals you have, and hope you reach them. And yeah, just like I think I've spoken about, I'm wanting to get my pond finally finished. Yeah, filter house, but then I can start relaxing and enjoying a bit of the pond instead of stressing out and freaking out about things and that, because I'm not a builder and you know what I mean. I ain't got a clue.
Well, I'm gonna
But
start somewhere.
that's why I've had brother-in-law. He helps me with some foundations, and then I did the inside walls and whatnot because you can't really see them. And then yeah, just pitching and bobbing on it. You've seen through my videos, haven't you? You've seen my videos.
If you haven't seen your videos, then this is the time for you to go across.
Well,
Go
I can
check
see
them out
the
if you haven't already done so.
foam board. It's a lot thinner and more denser.
Oh God.
Roger that.
I have a Blagden half moon pond indoors 2 years later and still going strong, same as Gaz has. Is that the one that you had, that sort of half moon thing? Or was yours a bit different?
It's like yeah, well, yeah, I'm lying to you, yeah, it was, yeah, ladder one, yeah, so the two steps in it, two shelves, one side, yeah.
And then I dropped, whether it actually means this, I don't know. I dropped my Vortex once. God, did it hurt. You'll know, I've never owned a Vortex, so I don't know. And then from Gaz, he's on about that Blagden one, 5 years old, and just a
I
little
tell you
boy.
what, that bit of kit that's still set up, Surrey, wow, it looks like Spaghetti Junction. I wouldn't know where to start with that, but it looks the bomb diggity bomb bomb, you know what I mean?
Bong diddy bom bom.
It does, it looks proper Shigners, like, you know.
And then Yorkshire Corey on about his Blagden thing. He has 3 large goldfish in it. And then there we go. I thought I would try one of those power dimming things to save a bit, but found it was not good on the TV. Oh God! And then you got laughing faces from Jack. Oh, oh God! No, not going there.
Going where? Anywhere nice?
No, it was that comment on about the reducers with something that's a bit too personal for a live show, shall we say? And I'm just order tin maca, I think it means. And then obviously, then they're on about somebody gone in timeout. Yep, I know who it is, and I ain't going there. And then and then we've got. Speaking of the one that we're on about, it is in the room keeping it coy. Evening all. Then you've got Skeggy saying Jamie, and then you've got Dino on about mate. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Please don't keep rethrowing. And evening, Jamie. Jamie.
Does Jamie want to come on with us?
It can do. I'll repost the link, and then the link's in the thing. No, not going. As I said earlier, I ain't going there. So, because I'm on the catching up on the comments. Look, either pack it in. I've said this enough times. Pack it in or go. Simples. And then, yes, you okay, Jamie? And then, yes, Dina, I'm great, bud. How's you? Then Glenn, Kyle, I said no more after 3. Now I'm at 5. As I get older, they bring back extras. Yeah, but with your extras, you know, then you can
Most definitely enough's enough. I'll go and get Snip if needs be. No more children. I've got enough. That's it.
And then he's in the background getting his fame again. And then obviously got Skiggy with the police and a penguin. Sound, mate. Loads of decorating, getting ready for a baby, like. And then it's the reason webcam blows because it struggles with low light. So if you can use more light, I brought a ring off eBay. See, I'll try that next week. And then got keeping it quiet. Got editing recently is first class, mate. Enjoy watching. Everybody enjoys watching other people, I hope. I do. Sweet, and congratulations.
Yes, that's another reason why I want to get this PC set up so I can try and edit my videos a bit better. Be a little bit more creative, as one would say.
No, that's what it's all about. I've had a look at that. I still got my first ever video I did and that I put on YouTube, and I look at it. I went, oh my lord, how did I even? Why? And then you look at the things from then to how you've got to now, and you're like, wow, I've actually come on such a long way since your first ever one. You think I could pick a camera up and just film it, and that's the way to do it. But then as you progress a bit more, you want to do a bit of editing, do this bit and add bits, and you slowly get better. Like you say, as soon as you probably get your PC working, you'll get that. You know, you strive for the newer things that you ever want to do. And then can't we all just get along? 100% agree. And then Jack's a trip to Poland next week. Dino for Toeside 2023. They'll be dropping more updates this week. Packing on size now, bro. Busy bee. Oh, the irony. Certainly.
Cheers.
With my big ears.
You know, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what's going off, right? Because to be fair, if there's anything been said about me, and then you're just a fool because I've not done nothing wrong to any of you in the koi world or YouTube or whatever world you fucking live on. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they are saying anything about me, yeah, you want to get to rest because I've not done nothing wrong to you or any of you on the fucking koi. But oh, it was on between any of your lot. That's between your lot, not me.
I don't know.
I'll leave her at that.
Exactly, because I can't see all the comments because I'm that far behind, but I'm trying my best to get.
Well, I'll get told anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? If anything is to be said about me, it's just, come on, man. How old are you?
There you go.
It's child's play, for God's sake. You know, it's.
You're doing well, Kyle. Hats off to you, mate. With a winky face, I think that is, and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nice one.
Nothing. Right, and then we've got Far More Koi. When I was working, I loved nothing more than getting home from work on a nice evening, having a few gins and tonics next to the pond. It's absolutely stunning when you get to your spring, summer, and autumn where you can, well, like in summer, I cook my dinner in the house and I'll go and sit back pond, and kids sit back pond, and we'll just stay outside. And then next minute you go, is it that time? Oh, better get in.
Yeah, because I've been meaning to finish the skimmer off. I have been meaning to finish the skimmer off and get the veg box up and running and whatnot. But I thought, there's no point. I may as well wait till it warms up a bit and then crack on with it. And I thought, with these mealworms, to be honest with you, I don't know what possessed me or what crossed over my head. I really don't. I don't know what triggered it. I just decided one day that, hey, I'm going to get some drawers, and this is what I'm going to do. Let's have a play and see what happens.
And then Jigsy, you're doing well, Kyle. Hats off to you, mate. I think that's what he meant to originally put. You've got Surikoi with laughing faces, and then you've got Telford. Anybody take a part in the Koi Wholesaler / Lee Hatfield's Tosai event? Oh, I think a few people are, because I think there was 50 places, I believe. No, Phil, out of my price, I'm going down for the day, Phil. And then Koyagi. I'm glad I'm not a blue spanner. Lol, be too much fun. I can't see half the things that are going on because obviously I'm not on the YouTube bit. I'm on this bit. But it's first one. Phil, the answer is no.
Go on, Doc. Go on that book. Go on.
Expensive bugger,
Pass me
Phil.
that phone.
Wait, hang on.
Well, thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. Phil loves a bugger. Right. This thing. Right. Done. You can take off. And that's me being
Pass it
polite
here.
now. Because
This
is taking
Yeah,
the pay.
there's no way. No, you just enjoy your pipe.
Damn sweet.
Growing shows are the same varieties now. This is why certain people are doing things in different ways and trying to bring different coin, and everyone's trying to do their own little thing, which is good. And it is nice.
It's the only.
It is. Everyone's trying to do different growing shows and bring a lot of people together. Some people do showers, Kahakus, Benegoy, Chagoy.
I'm contemplating on doing one of the growing shows. I'm just I'm not sure which one really. To be fair, Eden Koi. I've been looking at Eden Koi. Eden Koi is doing a growing show. Is it Eden Koi?
It certainly is. I think he's doing it with Koi Water.
Kahaku, and Crashy.
I think so. Yeah, I watched the video, but I can't. Remember. I know he's doing Kahaku and.
Wait, Mama Sako? Is it Mama Sako? Mama Sako? Mama? I don't know.
It's somewhat along them lines.
Can't spell it. Can't pronounce it.
Can't put a price on good burgers. Oh God.
Who's got burgers?
I don't know.
I love a good burger, mate.
Explain, but I don't know. Busy Beat DT with clapping hands. It's, to be honest, Phil, no, it's a lot of money for a small fish. I got one from Quinnicoy, the same breed, a slightly bigger size, £80. I had 2 vats, a secret Sankito sign, they were lots bigger. But this is what it's about. Everyone does their own things, and it's whatever the prices are for them. And that's what makes every koi dealer different in their own ways. And everybody, does things.
Cheers for that, Martin, brother.
Kyle, are you on a Mac or a PC user? I gather you're on your phone at the minute.
I'm on my phone at the minute. It's not widescreen, but hopefully next week I'll be on PC. Buddy.
I'll get mine from Jack at MBK, and then Jack showing the love. See, so you're paying £80 for a koi and then $4.15 for a burger. Right, come on. We need to all show love to one another. I hope that's Stella. I hope that's not Stella in that glass, Kyle.
Not Stella, my friend.
So we kind of loving the RO bill, seeing different.
It's not going to be a Stella in there, mate. Wrong glass for a Stella. Spoiled glass, Stella would.
Keep doing you, Kyle. Don't think it's aimed at you or at DT.
Yeah.
But the point is, Jack, we're all meant to be coming together and not trying to.
No, I don't know, Jack. Oh, I can't see what's happening, can I? Do you know what I mean? I just know there's been a lot of she's not giving me her phone, so there's a lot of chaos in the koi community. As we know, people, we've seen all the fucking jumped up videos, and it's just stupid. The whole thing is just stupid, But it's got nothing to do with me. It's never, none of my involvement or anything. So just want to eliminate. If you associate or speak with somebody that's got a problem with somebody else, it doesn't mean that you've got a problem with them because they've got a problem with you. That I'm saying, because that's just some twisted BS. That I'm saying. Just because I might speak to somebody that's got a problem with somebody else or whatever, and that's their problem between them. I'm doing my thing. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've not said a bad word about any of it that's gone off. Just, you know,
No,
leave it clear.
I like this
Leave it
comment
clear.
though. He says, now I'm not working. I spend all day by the pond with a bottle of gin. I'm lucky I don't fall in. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I'm currently waiting for a hip operation, so that's why I'm not currently working, because I am a landscape gardener by trade, like cutting, trimming, and mowing. That's me, you know. But at the minute, I've got osteoporosis, perth disease, a bone disease in my hips. So unfortunately, my mobility does sometimes go, but I'm just waiting for a hip operation. Once that's done, I'll be bionic then.
And like Scraggs put, lads, you're doing well. And Kyle, fair play for helping DT out there, mate. Well done. Well, it was something we was already talking about anyway, wasn't it? To
Yeah.
try and do it everything together.
Then obviously, if we, you know, I don't know, come up with questions or come up with different things maybe or something or other each Saturday or whatnot, like questions or whatever. I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? We just said we're going to do this live, come on the live, and then talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's not just going to be about koi, you know. It could be about anything, you know. It's not just, you know. Yeah.
And growing shows have a great potential, very high inquiry for a very low price. It's a great initiative and a great way to promote dealers in the community. Right, there we go.
See, the thing is, it's just one of them at the minute. I can't justify spending any money on a fish at the minute when I've got things like the pond and stuff in the house to be dealing with at the moment, you know. But who knows? We'll see.
And there's your answer from Phil, Eden Koi Pond and Garden, Growing Shores, Kahaku, and
Yeah,
£100.
Yeah. It was Dave, the Kahakus that caught my eye more than the crashes.
Well, I've got one in my tank, and so I've got to see how well that develops. You know, you never know. It's just, well, I've had to buy a new heater already because my other one. Suddenly, I put them koi in. Suddenly, the heater decided error, and then my pond water were cold. Well, tropical tank were cold. I'm like, more money. Right, here we go. Buy a new one. Put that in. And that seems to be working a treat now. So luckily, I sorted it because I'm right next. It's in your room, innit? So you notice it quite quick. But on the pond, it's not as quick. But if you've got a camera or some way of always watching them, then it's a nice extra thing to have.
So yeah,
if I had enough room,
I've got CCTV. I've got CCTV to put out to my back on that, and I've just not put it up. You know, everything going up and whatnot.
Exactly. Well, that's what it's about, isn't it? And then to talk.
But I've got it. It's there. It's on top of the fridge, ready to rock and roll. Like I've got my BT booster box as well. To the back end of the house, because the more I want it back garden, this lose the more the signal. So I've got a booster box that I've got to put in Mason's bedroom at the back, so it boosts it from front of house to upstairs back house. Makes sense, and then it will go further. So they say. I don't know.
Yeah, because I didn't have extra booster boxes is meant to boost that signal even bigger and further. I don't know.
Yeah.
Luckily, mine's in front room, and it reaches every room in the house, and it just about reaches down to the pond. So it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's the best signal I've got live. Sometimes I get a quick image, and then it'll skip a few seconds, but it does work. Kyle, consider Adobe Premiere Pro for editing videos if you're on your PC.
Cheers for that. Thank you. I've got a couple of things in the pipeline written on a bit of piece of paper and covered, and a DT.
I'm not saying nothing. And then we've got 100% Kyle. Hi, YK. Premiere Pro support that HEVC editing. I ain't got a clue. You'd ask it, like I say. It's a good job we posting it to him because I ask him for help, so I roughly knew what to buy for my PC. And Martin at Koi Pond, thumbs up.
Hey, we've got charge. We've got charge.
100% Kyle, new year, new start for all from Gass's Koi Pond. Please just stop commenting for 2 minutes. You two are doing great. Lots of thumbs up. Well, I'll add an extra one to that on you, Will. And so are the mods stopping the snipers. But hey, I'm just a subscriber and come here for the koi and all these hidden agendas. Well said. Copies, how's it going? Some people are just swinging brick where, yeah, not too bad, Martin, thanks. And then a link for anybody that wants to come on is there. Anybody want to talk about filtration? Like I said, the link's here if you want to come on show.
I'll talk a bit about filtration.
Go for it.
Where do you want to start?
You start anywhere that you want to start, because I'm going to have to drop out a minute because I need the loo. So I'll remove my sen and I'll let you take over for a minute.
Yeah, well, first thing, hang on. Is it for you personally yourself, but with your filtration, you've always got to take into consideration, obviously, how big your pond is, and then it's all about your filtration, coping, and doing the magic. So the way I've done it, if it makes any sense, this is just gone big. Obviously, I've gone with the big vortex, and then I've to go with the bigs that collects all the bigs out of your water, and then the static bed, which collects whatever's left, and then it throws it over my shower. But yeah, I'm not a pro in this or anything, but if I had the money, I would go Nexus, nice big Nexus, and then over the shower. But because I can't get one at the moment, I've had to do what I've had to deal with. But I don't know what to say. Talking about filtration, in what respect? Talking about filtration, what media or what?
I'll see if
a bit more.
Down. I don't think it's said. I'll try. If I rattle through a few more, and we'll see if it's. If not, I'll go back up to that one. Anyway, lads, I've got to get off. Well done for your first live DT, mate. And Kyle, you are smashing it. There you go. And that's from Jamie, keeping it coy.
Trying, even though anxiety's through the roof and all that.
Well, we're all, it might even help you on your own videos.
Filtration. You're talking about filtration. What part of filtration? The media size of things, or what? Just affordability, or I don't know.
I'm trying to find if he's put another comment there, and he's just put then anything, mate. So I gather it means anything to do with the filtration. So
anything about filtration. Well, you've got your biological filtration and your mechanical, haven't you? The mechanical being your sponges or your brushes, and your bio side of things being your plastic media to your ceramic media. Or, you've got your drum filters, Nexuses, Easy Pods, box filters, Cottony Coys. Where do you want to go with this,
Well,
I've not got no piece of paper. I'm just on the spot.
Well, this is what the live show. This is what the live shows are about. You see, the people like to put people on the spot, and
one sec.
Well, I'll while he's doing that, I'll just remove him for a minute. On the filtration side, I used to have the multi-base system that I thought was a 1200, but it's actually was a 20,000. I'm on a pump fed, so it would go through the brushes, then to jack matting, and they were both my mechanical side of filtration. Then it would go to the plastic media, which I made into a small moving bed, then to my alpha grog, and then gravity returned back to my pond. And it actually was a great system. But me personally, I couldn't be bothered spending 2.5 hours getting my brushes out to then trying to hose them down and do this and do that all the time. So I thought, right, here we go. I'm just going to then go out, get a Nexus, put that on my system. And a big shout out to Wakefield Coy that helped me install it. I don't know if he does that for everyone. I will figure that out and I'll let you guys know. And yeah, got it all set up. And now it takes me 20 minutes, half an hour, depending on whether there's some leaves in pond or whatever. But generally, it takes me about 20 minutes because I clean mine twice. And yeah, job's a good one. And now he's back. Sorry, I forgot you were there. I carried on waffling and went, oh, he's there again.
Yeah, it's all right. It's no problem. But yeah, I found brushes are a lot better than sponges, though, to clean. I've used sponges for a long time, and cleaning them, especially in winter, it's a cold, horrible, nasty thing to do. But if you look on my Vortex with my Vortex and my brushes, I've made that plastic ring thing, and you just pick it out, and then I just hang it over wheelie bin, blast them down,
and then
stick them back in. And it's not a mucky wheelie bin; it's a moving bed wheelie bin that I got for Jack Bowling Reefer. I'm going to put it to use as well at some point.
Yeah, like Graham Taylor's got an easy pod into a moving bed, then return to the pond. Also have a tempest to a waterfall running off a splitter from a pump before the easy pod. Yeah, I think when we last did the live shows, I think it came on and it was showing it. But if you want to do that again, Graham, you're more than welcome to show everyone at some point in time if you wish to do so. And then Sharpit, Kyle's lad is going to be a future YouTuber. And there was.
Ozzy.
Kyle,
yeah, he's a bugger, isn't he?
Yeah.
Kyle's little lad stealing the show, and in the background, good on you, little man. And then Koyagi goes, get to bed, Mason. And Graham Taylor, last winter, I had about 4 fish with cat pox, which cleared up as soon as the warmer weather warmed up. So
yeah, my shower's got cat pox at the minute. I've noticed today.
It's one of them, isn't it? It sort of comes and it disappears this summer and then comes back again. It's just one of them.
But one thing I can advise though, if you are building a pond and you are unheated, is depth. Make sure you have some decent depth, and then you don't have to worry about your fish as much in winter.
Because mine
that's something that I have learned with being unheated for all this time and having these freezing cold spells and that, and touch wood. I've had a good winter. I've not had no splits. I've not had no bias. I've not had no. It's been a good winter, mate.
Yeah, like you say, touch wood. And then going back through a few of the comments, so I don't miss them. All right. 61 in the chat. Let's give him a thumbs up for his first new show. Cheers, guys. If I've missed the comments, I am sorry, but I'm trying to keep up with what we're talking about. And then the Ginger Pond Keeper, I can't remember his old channel name, but that's his new one. Adobe Premiere is great, but pricey. So don't use it myself. There is some great free editing editors, DaVinci Resolve and Shotcut. I think it's called that. If not, I do apologize. I use Shotcut and it can export to HEVC. I think it can import from it too. So yeah, there's that one that I was showing you, wasn't there? I think it Canva editing. I think it is. Most of that is free, but there is certain bits that are premium. But it's getting there. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff on there that you can use. And then Yorkshire Koi is the Nexus much better than an Easy Pod.
It just depends on the size of your pond, but really, you know,
And
because the Easy Pods are small, but the Nexuses are they're bigger than what you think as well. The Nexuses, my Vortex it size is one of them Nexuses. You know what I mean? They're bigger than Nexuses, and they're a good bit of kit as well. Not saying these pods aren't, depending on the size of your pond. Yeah, because it's got to be able to deal with things, hasn't it? There's no point in having something running your pond that's not going to do its job. It's going to end up with problems.
And then, like you just said, yes, Paul, and like you say, it's all down to the size of your pond. And then Koryagi, bottom drain Nexus, UV, bottom return, skimmer, and skimmer, Easy Pod, shower, top return, corner veg, filter, simple pump, in, flow out. Right.
To see, mine's gravity fed and pump because it's gravity from the 4-inch bottom drain through to my vortex. Then from the vortex to my static bed, there's all gravity. And then from the static bed, it goes through the UV and over the shower.
So I say I've always.
So it's like, yeah, gravity and pump fed, isn't it? Mine technically.
Yeah. And Sharpie, I love my Nexus. Actually, when I was looking at getting a Nexus, I actually looked at his so I could get a rough idea. And I'm like, I've got to have one. And like I say, what Gaz run about, my local koi dealer, he had one. And I'm like, can I have one? And our lads were like, no. You've got what you've got, and that's what you're having. And at one point, I just went, I've got a little bit of spare money. I've done a bit of overtime at work. I'm going to treat myself. And now I've got one. And it's the best thing I have done. It's cleaned up a bit extra fines. You're never going to get rid of your fines, but it's cleared up that extra little bit. And yeah, it looks.
Well, you can get rid of your fines, dude. You can get rid of your fines, with your mesh and all that rock and whatnot. But you never get 100%. You know, I've got, yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to let you do the show for 2 minutes. So just carry on with the filtration. I'll be back in a minute.
Nice one. Carry on with filtration. Not got a clue. Oh dear. No, yeah, if I can get round to it next season though, guys, I've got a couple of koi that I'd like to try and spawn. Everyone's been going into this spawning, I've seen this season just gone. So the Ginrin Chagoi, Chaggy, Annabelle's Chaggy. One about that's exclusively koi. One about putting him with the unusual achiever, Adam Bayer, which was raised by old Twisted Vince Cupcake. There's
Cupcake.
Two good koi dealers, aren't they? Adam Bayer an exclusive koi, so see what happens. And I think it was a big Oakley fish, is it, that Adam Bayer's got? I don't know if that was a spawning. I don't know if that was a spawning from them. What Vince had, I don't know. A bit back.
Don't know.
I don't
if
know
Vince is in the chat, I'll put the.
That'll be interesting to know because that unusual achiever, chunky fish.
Well, I've put it in the. I was going to say description below because I'm not used to be live.
It's obviously Vince. Vince had a load of fry off Adam Bayer, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he grew them on. He grew them on and did what he did with them. And I'm just wondering.
Easy Pod is more or less. Go on. I'll wait till you've done.
Go on.
Easy Pod is more or less mechanical. Nexus does both mechanical and bio. It can do sort of both. But I haven't personally owned an Easy Pod, so I can't say yay or nay to that. Whereas I'm sure other people.
I've never owned either. But if the Nexus is all singing and blowing and dancing, it's good for the mechanical and bio day. Yeah. If you look on one of my shorts, there's one on there.
And then that Sean that got us talking about filtration. Has anybody done anything with an IBC tank? And Vince would be a man to answer that one as well as probably as a few others.
But you see, I've got garage next door that I can gain access to, and if all goes well, that's where I'll be putting an IBC myself.
See, you're giving me all what you're going to do. So you're giving all the content to my channel to then go back to yours, you see? But it's all about the sharing.
They're not going to want to come and watch. Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll watch us both, would they? Not missing out on that channel.
I've got 2 IBCs, 1 static bed and 1 moving bed. See, that's it. A lot of people use them like you're thinking of doing to put koi in to grow them on and that, but also they could be used, like you say, as the static bed and the moving bed as well.
Well, the IBC I'll be using to try and spawn the unusual achiever and the Ginrin Chag. And obviously leave the fry in there. If they do spawn, leave the fry in there and who knows? We'll see in it.
Martin Koi Pond again. How many filters on a wild koi pond? But it depends what you mean by a wild koi pond.
Wild koi pond or mud pond, but either way, it's got its own ecosystem, and it, with the plants and that. So, yeah.
And then, like Skeggy said, what is a wild pond? And he put carp. But technically, they get, like you say, they've over the years, obviously they get water into them, which is sort of like their sort of water change. And obviously, you've got a load of living things in there, and it, like you said, it's got its own.
It's got its own ecosystem cycle, hasn't they?
I was trying to think. I couldn't think of the word. When you're on the spot, you can't think of it. Whereas if you're doing your own videos, you can edit and then go, boom, and put them in.
Stuff that.
Koyagi, my experience, EasyPod doesn't operate as well over 7,000 litres an hour on a bottom drain, but copes at 8,000 litres on a skimmer line. Like I say, I've never owned an EasyPod, so I'm not the one to ask. But if Vince or someone else wanted to come on and explain about their EasyPods, then they're more than welcome to. Got a comment. Hi, Sean. I run an IBC on an EasyPod, and the parameters and clarity are first class. But for seeing that, like I say, I don't know if you've watched his video today, but his new video and his new GoPro
camera,
beat knees.
Crystal, innit?
Oh yeah, good water, Skeggy. Can't beat multi-days. But to be fair, you can't, because if they've been here that long, and like I said with my pond, it did the job. It's just I wanted something easier.
What?
I wanted something easier to clean. Yeah, not bad, Sean. Never going to be a drum, but it works for me. And on a nip, main pond Nexus 210, 24-inch bead on the skimmer into 2 trickle towers. And then we've got Dino. I've got a big pressure filter onto a stainless steel backy full of alpha grog on a 11,000 litre an hour pump on a 6,500 pump on an EasyPod, and got about 40 toe sight, and one is 40 cm. Well done, Dino. Simon Shears. I thought that was Simon Shears then. Sorry, Carlos. Because it says Simon Shears underneath. I'm reading it wrong way around. I just got one. So far, so good. Yorkshire Koi. My sister's neighbour's pond was above ground, froze solid, and all the fish died. So I recommend some of pond in ground. Well, if your pond does freeze over, my sort of advice is like you do with your car. You use warm air, but instead, obviously, if you need to go away a bit quicker, if you have warm water, not boiling hot, but warm water, like in a bag or something, put that on top of your pond, and it'll slowly melt the ice. So you're not shocking the fish, You're just allowing that gas exchange to happen. And I think that's probably what happened, is the gases couldn't exchange.
You can also buy a floating heater as well.
Yeah.
The floating heater that just around, just floats about, obviously, and just keeps it so it don't freeze over.
Kyle, agree, depth does protect them better than shallow ponds. Can't do much about carp pox. It will come and go with temperature. Some ecoy are more prone than others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Just love old school skeggy. And Koyagi 3 foot in the ground, 2 foot out the ground. I would have gone deeper with my pond and had it a little bit shallower out the ground, but I hit basically bedrock, so there were no chance. I had to dig through clay, all with a shovel, all by hand.
Me too. I clayed it Christmas Eve last year. Picking a shovel.
You got Dino.
And I just kept going down, and then I nearly got to the point where I needed a rock climbing gear to get out. So I thought, enough's enough.
Well, you know, it's all good fun and games. I just wish I had my camera filming me, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm at 4 foot 2 inch depth, 8 foot wide, 12 foot long.
Mine's 2.4 meters square and 4.5 foot deep in the centre. And Koyagi 14,000 litres. Dino 3 foot in the ground, 1 out. YK, mine is in ground and it froze.
I didn't have no frost or nothing.
I didn't.
I had no frost or nothing this year, even though temperatures dropped down. But I don't. Why didn't I get frost, man? Why didn't I freeze? Why didn't it freeze? Was it the movement? I'm out of the movement, or
that's what I said with mine.
The shower. I was told the return from the shower cooled it down a bit. Apparently, I don't know.
Well, mine, I've got I've got 4 air stones in my pond.
I'm just excited with the air when you see, so I'm just putting it down to circulation.
Yeah.
As long as it's moving, we've got some form of circulation. It shouldn't really, unless you're in polar caps.
Carlos C. Japanese have always had built-in multi-bays. I ain't got a clue. I've never been to Japan, so I don't know. Graham Taylor, yep, easy pod, good, up to about 7,000 litres. Over a better option, a Nexus, if you have the space. My pod with separate moving bed is basically the same filtration as a Nexus, doesn't take up as much space. It depends what.
See, Nexus, that is my next to go thing, because my filtration at the minute is only temporary, but it's working, like the saying goes. It's not broke down, fix it kind of thing, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm just thinking of, just for now, moving static bed over, just build it filter house and just be done with it for now. And then later on down the line, if I move up to a Nexus with fancy bits and whatnot, and then I do so. But I've got, until I start having problems at the minute, I just want to get this pond built and finished, the filter house, and then I can decide what I'm going to be doing with the final filtration kind of thing.
Yeah. See, with a bottom drain, depth will make no difference unless you turn off the filters. I don't know, because I haven't got a bottom drain, so I don't know. No, blow me in. Dino. You know what Dino's like. He says it how it is half the time, doesn't he? My easy pod was a 14k pond, low stock, but as soon as you fed the fish, it struggled. Like I say, I've never owned an easy pod, but I suppose with everything, there's a limit to what you can push them at toe before then it starts going the opposite way to the way you want it.
I don't know, mate, because these vortexes collect some good bigs, collect some of your big stuff, mate. It's working, mate. And in summer, last year, mate, believe it or not, I've been banging some food in. and weighing some food in, getting a lot of waste and that. I was having to purge the bottom line and such and whatnot. But very effective. But as if, yeah, it's all right. They're good stuff anyway. You can afford them. Crack on with it. Great.
And then Skeggy, where's my mugs? Yeah, where's my mug? You know, now you've started something off. Now everybody's going to want a mug because I've just put all mine. Oh, I was going to I then. Oh, wrong way. There. Yeah, it's all over at shop. And thanks
Telford. YMCA it,
yes, shall we do that? So thanks Telford, thanks Lee Ramsey, and Glenn at My Car Journey, but he's just changed his channel, so it's a limited edition mug, but it is chipped because of my kids.
Well, I'm looking to get some made up at end of the month, and I want to do some mug swaps if anybody's up for some mug swaps, because I have not got no mugs yet. A year on YouTube, and I've not even got one mug yet. Jack, wait for my mug still, brother.
And then Koyagi, then I added a Blow Bio barrel, then got lucky with a Nexus for 500 with a lid of media. I think that's the sort of rate that second-hand filters I think go for, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I suppose that all the price of second-hand stuff is what somebody's willing to pay.
Depends, because you get different mods for them Nexuses, can't you? You go, yeah. You can tweak them Nexuses up with some good mods.
And you're back on YouTube, Koyagi Designs?
Another one back on YouTube says it never would be.
I wonder whose fault all this is. So Twisted, you mean? Well, not posted out yet, not being a bit busy, and depends on where you are on the list. Lol, did you drop an email in? Yeah, because with this, you had to drop an email in, didn't you? So did you drop him an email?
Didn't have to drop no emails.
That were part of his 500 giveaway plus a mug giveaway. You had to be in, I think, the first 10 emails sent to him saying mug, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I can remember that.
Not doing vids or artwork, just commenting. That's what.
Yeah, because that was the video. Skegster started to feel better from the chest infection.
That was the one.
Yes.
Yeah, last week during your vid, our Nexuses are pricey, right? It depends what you want to, They are a bit pricey, but it depends what you can get hold of. Some might be a bit cheaper than others.
Affordability at the end of the day, if you ask me. I know we keep going over this affordability, and we're not all got the same bread, have we? No,
but that's what it is. If your filters work and your coil are happy, you don't have to change a thing. You could have next to no, and as long as it works and your fish are healthy, jobs are good. And that's shout out for Derby Coil there. Easy Pod is basically the easy in a Nexus. Skeggy puts a thumbs up. Nexus used 500. Martin has fitted a window in his IBC. Yes, IBC, my growing is at 19 degrees. I bet that one easy putting a window in an IBC tank.
You see video to it?
You what?
You see Martin's video to put window in IBC?
Well, with my face, no, because there's that many that I'm trying to resubscribe to. I get behind. Martin knows about IBC tanks.
Bang on.
Graham Taylor, lots of SH Nexus are bargain prices at the moment. I'll be lost without my. To be fair, I'll be lost without my Nexus now. I could still go and see my old multi-bay though, because he hasn't sold it yet. So if anybody's after a multi-bay, put it in comments and I'll contact who's got it. You might be able to get it at a bargain. Yorkshire Coy, who won your giveaway? I never did the winner. Had to borrow the 500 and took me a year to pay it back. Which one? At Koyogi, I would have one, but just wouldn't fit, unfortunately. IBCs are garbage without a window. This is what makes everybody different. People like stuff with windows, people don't, and that's why everybody's different.
Well, if you're using the IBC as a little pond, but then again, with a window in it, you still get it's still got to look good with a window inside on it, isn't it? So you can see them still. So you look into it, yeah. Because it would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? You have to look over into IBC. Good point made there.
You'll be surprised how much an easy pod can handle. Balding reefer. The mug. Koyagi, I saved for the year, then bought. Easy pod boss Nexus for Koi. Yeah, all right, Dino. I know what you mean. So what he's trying to say is I'm one of them.
Stops.
I needed it sooner, not later.
It's just a lazy machine, isn't it? Really, a lazy machine because it cleans itself and all that, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're nowhere near 1,000 subs yet for a big giveaway. There you go. I don't know how to do it properly yet, but probably the next one I do. If we can get a few more subs to Yorkshire Koi, I know I'm near enough reaching 100. So if a few of my 100, because some I've already got, go and check him out. Yorkshire Koi. Far from a snob, Dino, Koyagi. If I hit 4,000 subs, I'll give away some
4,400.
So it's gone from 1,000 to 400, but a giveaway's a giveaway. Everybody can enter. When it gets there, I'm thinking around 250 for mine, I think. I'm only joking, Koyagi. A wild pond is 20. Oh, no, Kopi. No. I don't want to be seeing you in one of them again. It burnt my eyes. I know, but don't call me like. Oh, God, here we go. Them two. Nothing to do with snobbery. It's to do with the pond size and stocking levels. I'm on the joking skeg. Skeggy, I saw my issues and I've got an easy pot and a Nexus, so I know I've learned from experience. That's one thing with Koyobi. Well, from my aspect, is every day, it's a school day. There we go.
You just got to remember to keep on top of the filter maintenance. Make sure that you don't let it build up too much crap. Make sure you get cleaning it, sent or you clean it. And then you not no problems. So when you start getting lazy with them machine, with them things, you can start getting lazy with them Nexuses and Easy Pods and whatever. If you've not got them automatically running, you've got a manual where you do it, you can let it build up too much and get into bother. As long as you keep on top of it. Go on.
Bricks, concrete, building rubbish, wood was a nightmare. To be fair, it depends what you do with the wood, because I think Vince had an issue with his wood in it when he had his filter house, didn't he?
Condensation.
Yeah.
Condensation and damp.
So it depends on what you're using your wood for, I suppose. Like mine's just, like I said, just to cover my Nexus. So it all depends on what you're using them for, doesn't it? Nexus worst filter going. I beg to differ, Dino. But each to their own. Easy Pod works well on the right size pond, stock level, and that bit. Laughing faces.
No, to be fair with your Easy Pods and your Nexus and whatnot, you can, depending, no matter what stocking levels or feeding levels, if you're ramming it in and you're heated or whatnot, you're ramming it in and you're getting your waste and that, as long as you're bubbling and purging them pods regularly, and then you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
So it's just when you're, happy days.
I've never had an Easy Pod, so I haven't got a clue.
No.
Well, he's got that. So far, so good. Nip, 15 foot by 8 foot by 4 foot inch, all out the ground. 13 to 500. I don't know what LTS is. Fortunately, sorry, Nip. Options vary, Dino. Like I said, the link to to come on live is there. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Kyle Camel. Channel out. Mine is only a puddle. I beg to differ, Skeggy. That does not look like a puddle.
Nah, I beg to differ at all. Never been a bloody puddle. I've been in it. Yeah, puddle.
Yeah, right, Skeg. See, we're all in agreement there. You could jump in it, Skeggy.
You think it's big on video when you've seen it on video. Get there in person and go in it. Yeah. But on video, don't do it justice. In person, it's like a guy like a lake.
Well, without all he is, and when he's got in, and it's at least up to his chest, that is deep. Cheers, guys. Have a great live. I've got to go, mate. Keep smiling and good night and all the best from JKP. And then it's all see you later, guys. See you later, guys. Night, guys. Guys. Good night, one and all. Why is guys leaving? I thought it was coming on. Well, this is why it's the live shows. You see, everybody's. This is why it's a live show. Not everybody that says they're coming on, things come up. That's probably why you didn't come on straight away, because, you've got family stuff going on in the background, which is why you can't come on sometimes.
I had a couple of bits I had to deal with that, and then that, and I just thought I just couldn't leave you there on your own, buddy. I just thought I'll jump on as well and diffuse the situation a little bit. Why not?
Yeah. Bye, guys. And then West Brom, get on live, Skiggy. Why don't you come on, West Brom? Because obviously you've...
Why don't any of you just come on?
Yeah, so it's not just being you. And then you got Laffy.
Well, wait, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, aren't we?
Yeah, it goes from one end to the other. Turning off filters in winter spells nothing but trouble. If you want to do anything, just turn down the flow rate and keep the bio going and ticking over. I totally agree with that, but when it comes, me personally, when it comes to the backy shower and that media, there ain't a lot left in it to keep it running, because then for me, it's cooling my pond down even more when I'm not feeding. As long as I keep my Nexus going, I've still got a little bit of bio in there to try and keep the pond ticking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you see, my shower is mechanical and biological at the moment, because I've not got the pennies to buy all the media for the tubs. So I've got the sponges in the top, and then in the bottom chamber I've got my different oyster shells, different ceramic media, K1, K3, blah blah blah, and all that lot. So yeah, I think I've done it. I think I've shown a video of what's in it. I might do a video on that. I know a shower's not meant to be run like that. It's meant to be full of ceramic, and all that blacky, but it works, so for now.
If it works and it keeps your parameters good.
Yeah. Like I says, I'm not testing my water for 2 months. And then just out of curiosity, last night I did a test and everything's all good. No problems.
Well, like I've said it in a few comments on other people's lives.
I've been feeding still as well, every other day. Give them an handful.
Mine, I've only been looking for food twice when I've been down, but the temperatures were super low at that point, and I'm like, no, you're not getting fed. I don't want to risk it. But because
we're meant to be getting this cold spike, weather spike coming again and whatnot, and so yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Just the handful is they all get a little bit, and it just keeps them ticking over,
Hi, Kyle. I loved my Vortex. Had the Vortex brushes in it, and it was hot.
I totally agree.
So then I can't get done for swearing then.
It's a good bit of kit. It's a good bit of kit. I mean, in my static bed, I've got brushes as well. So, yeah, it's just a case of hanging them up and jet washing them down.
Well, the thing is, with me, I would have loved to, but the problem I've got is I've got a downstairs bathroom that's at the front of the house. So
I've got downstairs bathroom at the back of the house.
Mine's the front room is at the back. The toilet's at the front. So then I've got to go all the way from the bathroom, through the room, out the window, down the garden to my pond. So it's a lot of messing about. And you're a good speaker though, Skeggy, because obviously try getting him on. At least, us two haven't done too bad, but it's 10:05.
Yeah, it's been emotional, but like I says, it's just we've not thought of anything to talk about or whatever. It's not, it's maybe that, if you want to, reenact or whatever you want to do. No, think of subjects and such like,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna call it a night there, and we've been live for 2 hours and 6 minutes. So I shall catch you all whenever I do a next Saturday Night Live, which may be next week, maybe the week after. It might be once a month. You all have to tune in and find out. So, and on that note, take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know we've had a bit of issues and technical difficulties, but we'll sort it. So, till the next one, see you later.